I did it. I finally saved $10K in my emergency fund. Yeah! You guys, I'm so excited about that. And so in today's video, I thought this would be a good video to share some tips and tricks with you all if you're trying to save $10K on how I did it, what got me there, how long it took me, and what my next steps are, what my plan is after this. Because for me, it doesn't stop there. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then why don't you go ahead and grab your budget planners, grab your notebooks, and let's get into how I was able to save $10K in my emergency fund right now. Yeah. What's up, budgeting fam? Thank you so much for clicking on my video and joining me today. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Chris. My channel's name is Budgeting Just Because. I love helping people save money on a low income by coming up with realistic budgeting strategies to help them save that money or to help them get out of debt and to reach financial freedom. If that sounds like something anyone is interested in, make sure you've hit that subscribe button. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how I've been able to save $10K in my emergency fund, but I'm going to tell you something. It didn't happen overnight. It took me literally 4 years to save this money. And the reason for that is I'm not in any rush. I've never been one to treat money like I got to hurry up and do this now. No, I have to be slow and steady and do it in a way that works well with my budget. And again, be realistic on how I'm going to be able to save that money. So yes, it took me 4 years. I'm finally at 10K. This emergency fund is to help me get to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So 3 months will be 15K. So my next goal is to be able to save 5K in this emergency fund. But let me walk you through the steps on how I did it and how I was able to save this much money in the amount of time that it took. Now, the first thing I did with trying to reach my goal and trying to reach any of my goals is I use savings challenges. Now, savings challenges are a great tool to help you save what you're trying to save, what you're trying to accomplish. But the key thing to savings challenges is that it has to have a purpose. And that's what I did with my savings challenges. I had to write down what its purpose was. So for example, I was trying to build 10K in my emergency fund. I knew that saving or using a $100 savings tracker wasn't going to help get me there. So you have to be very strategic and when you're planning your savings challenges when you're trying to save a large amount of money. Now, that doesn't mean use a large amount of money for your savings challenge tracker. But what it does mean is setting yourself a goal when you plan on getting there and how you're going to do it. Some of the savings challenges that I use were like the 52-week challenge, or the 52-week reverse challenge, my 1K savings binder that I have, my scratch the months away. I use different savings challenges during the year that totaled anywhere from $500 to $1,500 to $2,000 because I knew while I couldn't just save $10,000 right off the bat, I knew I had to do those savings challenges that would mean something that would help me get to where I wanted to be. And I did it every year. So the key takeaway here is keep doing those savings challenges. Make sure you're taking a look at what challenges you're doing and how they're going to help you reach that end goal that you're trying to accomplish. Another way I was able to reach my 10K goal in my emergency fund is that I use extra money to help me get there. Meaning my end of the year bonus. Sometimes I used a little money from my tax income money if I got it, or any unexpected money that I received. I made sure it went into my emergency fund. When I first started on my savings journey, I used to do DoorDash. And you guys probably hear me tell this story all the time. I love doing DoorDash. It really did help me get out of debt. And it really, really has helped me save as much money as I've been able to save. But one of the things I would do every time I would get a tip, I had my own tip jar. And all the tip money, all the extra money that I received from DoorDashing, it went into that tip jar and I didn't touch it. And then once the tip jar got full, that's when I would count it and deposit it into my emergency fund. So that's one way that if you're making extra money, if you can, try to use that extra money like it doesn't even exist and allocate it somewhere. That's what I did with my extra money. Also, my end of the year bonus. This year, I decided, okay, I'm going to apply some of this bonus money. I'm going to put it into my emergency fund to help me reach that goal. Usually, I'm just doing whatever with that money. Last year, I just kept it in my checking account and I looked up and it was gone. We all can relate to that. So just think about extra money that you receive in. Think about how you can and budgeted, and how you can apply that to help you reaching your goal to saving $10,000 or whatever the number may be. Now, one of the main reasons I really think helped me reach this goal, other than savings challenges, other than using extra money, it was that I tracked where I was in my journey. And every year on my channel, I would show you guys how I plan on saving this much, what savings challenges I'm going to do to get myself there. And at the end of the year, I always did a big video to show you guys how much I was able to save and what was being applied to my emergency fund. And if any of you guys hadn't seen any of those videos, click in my description box below. I have them listed there. And I think that's one of the biggest things about saving money in general, just accountability. Me tracking those savings, me coming and holding myself accountable at the end of the year to see if I met the goal, if I hadn't met the goal. And every year, you know, I would save a lot of money, but I hadn't reached my goal, and it would just motivate me to work that much harder to make a different plan for the next year on how I was going to achieve it. And I think that's what kept me motivated. So when you don't track it, it's kind of like you don't keep up with it. You're like, I'll get there. You're not paying attention to how much you're saving. I know all of us like to track what we're spending, but tracking what you're saving and how much you save is just as important to reaching your goals. When it comes to saving money as it relates to me and my budget, I like to spread it out over time because that's realistic for me in the amount of money I make and what I can save. But I do know that there are some of you out there that need to save money, you know, much quicker, because you're trying to pay off debt, or you're about to retire, or you just want to get money saved for a vacation or something like that. So for those of you who are looking to save money quickly, here's a few money saving tips for you. So tip number one, if you're using savings challenges, try to focus on one savings challenge that's going to accomplish your goal rather than spreading it out over multiple savings challenges. And the reason for this is you're focused on one savings challenge. You can devote all your time, all your money to it instead of spreading it across, 10, 15, even 20 savings challenges that might slow you down because they're smaller increments and you're spreading your money too thin across all of the savings challenges. Another quick saving money tip is to have that money automated out of your checking account right into your savings account. And don't worry with savings challenges or anything like that. That way the money is being moved consistently, and just have a tracker to keep up with how much you're moving over and how much you saved. And another one is maybe do a no spend, maybe do a no spend month every quarter. So every quarter, try a no spend month and use all of the money that you would normally spend in a month. Use that to help you save. So there's a variety of things that you can do to help you save money quicker. The main key takeaway, in my opinion, is just to make sure you chart it out. Just still write out how you want to save it. If you want to save $10K in 90 days, you need to see what that looks like, how much that's going to be every month. And then that will help you set up a plan or determine a savings challenge or automate your savings, or however you want to do it. It's going to tell you realistically what you need to do to be able to save that amount of money in that period of time. So if you're on your saving money journey, I just want to remind you that it takes time. Don't get discouraged. If you've just only saved $500 or $1,000, that is a great accomplishment. It takes a lot to save $500. It takes a lot to save $1,000, and you're on the right track. And if your ultimate goal is to get to 10K, click in the description box below, download my free 10K savings tracker, and use that to help motivate you to get you on your way. But just remember, it takes time, and every little amount matters, no matter how much it is. So that is the end of the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm so excited about this accomplishment. The next goal is to save another $5,000 so I can be at $15K in my emergency fund, and I will continue to share with you guys my journey on how I plan on getting there. And if you want to watch my previous videos on how much I was able to save over the past few years, go ahead and click on this box here. I appreciate you guys as always joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Bye.